I'll let you go ahead and proceed first, and then after that, man, I'll drop my quick real quick.
10-1.
Let's do it.
Just go right through.
If you got some honorables, you throw some honorables.
No, I'm good. There's people to consider, but I was pretty dead set on what I wanted my 10 to be.
Oh, okay.
Pretty dead set.
Say it with your chest then.
Yeah.
Okay.
10, Miles Jack.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of a projection. I don't care. I don't care.
You went right to it.
We got Brian Flores on this defense. Miles Jack's actually in a good system, a good organization,
Deke.
a good team.
Let's go.
He's going to be a at top 10 linebacker this year.
Let's go, Deke.
And here's my other point too. Like, if you want to talk about honorable mentions, you could talk about Bills guys, Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano. I was thinking JOK, but he was a little injured last year. Let's see if he could run it back in year 2 like that. But I mean, JOK is on that type of pace. Nick Bolton. You got the dude from Seattle, Jordan Brooks, Zach Cunningham, Alexander Johnson. Like, these are all the names we're talking about for honorable mentions or maybe getting that 10 spot. I'll take Miles Jack, man.
Okay.
I'll take Miles Jack because Miles Jack's stats are around the same anyway, and he was doing that in Jacksonville. Now he's with the Steelers, so he's at 10. Number 9, Lavonte David. 8, Devondre Campbell. 7, Bobby Wagner. 6, Demario Davis. 5, Roquan Smith. 4, Devin White. 3, Fred Warner. 2, Darius Leonard. 1, Michael Parsons.
Okay. I like it. So, for me, man, I went with a couple of honorable mentions as well. JOK, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Patrick Queen, another guy. And Devondre Campbell, man. Those were the 3 that I kind of like stopped with, man. I didn't want to do this whole long list of like, oh, that guy and that guy and that guy, man. But those are the 3 that kind of like jumped off to me.
Sure.
At number 10, though, man, I got to go with Eric Kendricks, man. That's my cover guy, man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about him.
Absolutely.
He was honorable mention for me.
Yeah, my man Kendricks, man, he been doing it for a while, man. Even though people are trying to catch up to him, man, I still feel like he's one of the best in terms of coverage linebackers, man. So have him at number 10 on my list, man. At number 9, I got Tremaine Edmonds. Love him, athletic as heck, but just not as consistent as I would like. Otherwise, I'd have him a lot higher up here. But
he's been around this top 10 range, though, for a little bit.
For a fact, yeah.
Ever since he came in the league, really.
Absolutely. Tremaine is one of them dudes, man, like, he's going to pass the eyeball test. He can do everything that you want him to do, coverage-wise, playing against the run, but it's just play in and play out. That's the part with him, man, that I want to see just a little bit better at, man. But I still got to have him up here in my top 10, so that's why I got him at number 9. At number 8, I got Lavonte David right here, man. Him and Devin White down here in Tampa, bro, they've been balling. I like their combo together. Very reminiscent of my man Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman, man. Shout out to my co-host Wes earlier. He dropped that for me right there, man. But I just think that those two guys together, man, in terms of Lavonte, super fundamental, productive player, does everything that you want. Like I said, he's productive, and he's been doing it for a long time, man. But I have him at 8. I got Devin White at 7, man. I think that Devin, the postseason when they won the Super Bowl, he was phenomenal. I thought at the end of last season, phenomenal. Early on, wasn't as impressed. But the athletic ability jumps off the screen. You watch him, man, he's rangy as heck. He creates splash plays. And for me, man, I like splash. So that's why I got Devin White slightly ahead of Lavonte. Just younger, more athletic. That was the biggest reason with that. At number 6, Demario Davis, man. This is a dude that I've been watching since he was in New York with the Jets, man. Backstory, when when Mike Pettin, who was DC down there under Rex Ryan, came over to Buffalo, this was the defense we had to run. And I had to play the position Demario was playing up there in Buffalo. So it was a lot of Demario Davis tape. I initially couldn't stand the guy because I was tired of hearing Coach Pettin talk to me about Demario Davis.
Do what Demario did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you see how Demario did that right there, most?
And that wasn't even Saints Demario either.
Exactly. I was just like, bro, you got to chill, man. Like, I get it. But Kiko, you do. I'm going to be David Harris. You be Demario Davis, all right? But anywho, shout out to Demario. That's why I got him at 6, man. He's still doing it at a high level. And even though I think each year I'm like, man, all right, he ain't going to be able to keep doing it like this. He still finds a way to produce at an extremely high level, man.
Yeah.
At number 5, Bobby Wagner. Now, for me, this is more of my legacy because, like, for him, even though he's definitely declining, I'm still just a big fan of his
180
game.
tackles still last year.
Yeah,
something like that, right?
But
190.
But you TG will definitely attest to this as well. You cut the tape when they protect that man.
He's probably gonna even be more protected with the Rams now too.
Yes, they keep it where you just run and hit. Go see the ball, go get the ball. And granted, he's athletic enough and he's been productive enough to do that role. But when we look at the stats, that's part of the reason with Bobby, man. They keep him covered up. Almost like how Ray Lewis was covered up in Baltimore. Like, you weren't gonna get to Ray. Ray, you just go tackling practice, Ray. Like, when you watch Bobby, that's what it was a little bit, man. I ain't gonna lie, but he still is athletic. He can still covering all those other good things, man. Number 4, Roquan Smith. Love him, man. Dude's a monster. He just plays in Chicago. You play anywhere else, man, you're talking about him at a way more in terms of like accolades, in terms of all pros and stuff like that, and being regarded as one of the top linebackers. Most people don't even know about Roquan because he plays in Chicago. Number 3, man, I went with Micah Parsons right here, man. Micah's a monster, without a doubt. He's just young. And you know me. I want you to do it for more than 1 year, man. So we're going to see, what that looks like and also how they continue to implement him. Are they going to continue to divide his time 50-50 like we've been seeing? Or are they going to say, you know what, we want you to be more of an outside guy, or you can be more of an inside guy? Who the heck knows? But for me, man, you watch him, he can cover, he can rush, he can play the run. He checks every single box, sideline to sideline. So that's why I have him at 3. Number 2, TG, we calling you up in a second. Fred Warner. Now,
you guys had this debate, right?
Yeah, we did.
You like Leonard over Warner.
Yeah, and he likes Warner over.
Okay.
And this is the reason, though. And we're going to call him up in a second and talk
I'm on
about
your
it.
team. I got Leonard at 2.
But the thing is this. When you watch Fred Warner, if we're talking play in, like every single play, Fred Warner's the best linebacker without a doubt. But when you're talking about impact, splash, where, okay, Fred might be correct 100% of the time.
I need a fumble.
Right. Darius is going to give me that splash. Darius is going to give me 80. So if it's 100 plays total, right? Fred going to give me 100 plays, but we not getting a splash like that. But he going to give me 100 or 95 high-end quality plays. Darius, I'm probably going to get 85 of that, but I'm going to get splash the other 15. So even when he looks bad, he's still going to generate turnovers. And at the end of the day, I need the ball. So that's why I have Fred
And it's
Warner
no fluke. It's not like just this last
it's
season was a one-off. It's been his whole career.
You watch him on tape. He's punching at every ball. Like, that's his thing. It's almost like Peanut Tillman. You hear, the peanut punch. We're going to talk about it. But that's a part of that. But that's his game. He weaponizes it. There's nothing wrong with that. And I know he's not a knockback tackler, but the dude is still 100-plus tackler annually. So to me, it's like, man, how can I not have Darius Leonard at number 1? So that's why I have him at 1 on my list, baby. So quick recap for me. At number 10, Eric Kendricks. At number 9, Tremaine Edmonds. Number 8, Lavonte David. At 7, Devin White. Number 6, Demario Davis. At 5, Bobby Wagner. Then at number 4, Roquan Smith. At number 3, Micah Parsons. And number 2, Fred Warner. And then at number 1 on my list, Darius Leonard.
So what's our big differences here? I guess I got Devondre Campbell in the top 10. You had him at honorable mention.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
the big switch was you didn't have Kendricks. I did.
Well, yeah, Kendricks too. I have Miles Jack. Mm-hmm. So with Campbell, I guess I was just thinking this could be his Demario Davis part of his career.
Well, see, I hope so. I think that he's definitely going to cook out there. I just wonder what that defense is going to look like now that they're starting to lose some more pieces.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's
Whereas
true.
in New Orleans,
but I think he found his niche.
He
kind of found his niche with Green Bay.
Well, we'll see. The difference between Demario and Devondre is this. Demario has shown on 1, 2, 3 seasons now in New Orleans, is going on 4, that this is real. We've only seen Devondre out there for 1 season. So that was my thing. I'm like, I can't cry y'all for the 1.
I'm just going to give him a little tip of the hat.
Yeah.
Getting that all pro.
No, without a doubt. That all pro, that speaks volumes.
Yeah, exactly. And then me having Micah Parsons at 1. Here's my thinking. Because you're right. You do it more. Do it more than 1 year.
Yeah.
My thinking is just, if you're any of these teams, let's say Colts, 49ers, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
You willing to trade your linebacker for Micah Parsons right now?
I don't think San Fran's trading Fred Warner. I don't think the Colts are trading Darius Leonard. Nope.
For Micah Parsons?
Nope. I don't think they'll do it, bro.
Ooh.
I don't think they'll do it. That's like saying, would Cleveland trade Myles Garrett for TJ Watt? Would we trade TJ Watt for Myles Garrett? Like, nah, we're going to ride with our guy. Like, that's our dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's people in Cleveland, they don't think that TJ Watt is better than Myles Garrett. They look at us like we crazy. And you think about how we look at Myles Garrett and those people. Yo, question. It's people that swear by Darius Leonard and look at you crazy if you say Fred Warner. It's people that swear by Fred Warner, look at you crazy if you say Micah Parsons.
Dude, Parsons got number 2 in the depoy last year.
I'm with you, bro.
Would you?
What I would?
If you had Leonard or Warner, would you trade for Parsons? If I have any
of those dudes, I'm good. I don't want to move them. Mm-mm.
What's the line for you?
What you mean?
Once you hit 4, like Roquan Smith, you trade for Parsons? Because you had Smith at 4. I had Devin White at 4. Once you start getting into that, because we're probably going off tiers, right? You have your tier of the top 3.
But put it like this: once again, what is the question? Is the question I'm only playing this guy like how I play Fred Warner, like how I play Darius Leonard, like how I play Roquan Smith?
Do it however you want.
Well, that's context though. That's different because with Fred Warner, Darius Leonard, and Roquan Smith they're 100% inside linebackers. So it's certain things that I'm getting from them leadership wise and all these other intangible things with their productivity. Whereas with Micah, I love the value, but the value is what he could do at 2 spots, not necessarily just at that 1 spot. You know what I mean? Like I get 100%. Like, I feel like you're taking away from Micah if you only play him at 1 spot, if that makes sense.
Right.
I think he's dynamic enough that you don't just play him at inside. You don't just play him at outside. I think you do like how they did last year with him. You both spots. You know.
Wouldn't teams be open or wanting to do that though?
You would be, but at the same time, when you have a Fred Warner on your team, bro, like we don't have a Fred Warner right now. We want Devin Bush to be that. We want Miles Jack to be that. We don't have that. We have a TJ Watt. Do we ever talk about trading TJ? Do we ever think any other outside edge rusher is better than TJ Watt?
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's just the mindset, bro.
As much as this might sound like a stupid question, if you're a defensive coordinator, you don't have to get as creative with where you move guys around. Like, you have Warner and Leonard, and you just have them in a spot. You
don't have to be it's easier with a Fred Warner.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's way easier with those dudes.
That could be a benefit for a defensive play caller.
No, absolutely. It's way easier. You don't have to figure out what you're going to, like, are you better on the right or are you better on the left? Are you better on the inside or are you better on the outside? Are you better in passing situations rushing from here or here? Like, it's just way more that you got to do. It's the creativity. But at the same time, it's fun when you have a player like that.
Yeah.
But when you have a Fred Warner, Darius Leonard, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just different, man. Like, it's not a negative on any of them. But that's why at the same time, it's like, I wouldn't be thinking to trade for, like, I would swap him for him. Like, I'm good on whichever one I got, man.
Works. Yeah. Are we getting TJ on? Absolutely,
man. But, it'd be funny. We're going to ask him that too, man. See what he thinks.
Trade Micah Parsons?
No, just to know, like, would he for any of those dudes, you know?
I know. I would like that. Yeah.
So let's find out.